is the value of wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.
Oh, you didn't know? Well, you should know by now. We're here. We're live. It's Smackdown for January 12th, right here on the Value Wrestling. This is your Smackdown post show, your not your Smackdown, your Smackdown review show. As always, I can talk. You know how it goes. You know how it works. But we're here to break it down. The three-man team, the three-man power trip. And the cat, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the cat is going to be here, I guess, with us tonight as we do this SmackDown review show. But let's get into it, as I didn't do the other night for whatever reason. But we'll get into the introductions. First off, the man, the myth, the legend, Kahuna Slick himself. Okay, I will pet you. Hey, calm down. And of course, our New Japan Pro Wrestling expert, the Encyclopedia Britannica of New Japan,
Miguel Z.
Oh, no. I don't know why you're mad. And of course, you know me. I'm the one, the only. I'm the big guy. And I'm here, live in charge, doing what I do. I thank you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We're going to break down SmackDown, and we're going to have issues with SmackDown as I see as we start this. I forgot to start the recording, but hopefully everything looking pretty. We are way under something for whatever reason. Transfer rates, drop frames. We're having drop frames. Why are we getting so many drop frames tonight? Yay. It's going to be one of them shows.
Not supposed to drop it like it's hot tonight.
Well, thank you for joining us. This may be one to fight through. We shall see how it goes.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You're going to stay here. You're going to go. You're in a cranky mood, I know. But you're in the way. And we see what our status is. Gee. Okay. You get down? Okay, the slow way. Cool beans. Adios, amigos. Why are we not doing so good tonight? I don't like it. Let's see. We do something. Oh, okay. Kicking up. Maybe we're going to get something going now.
Oh, yeah.
We looking good? Are we live? Trying to figure that out mostly.
Well,
No, that's not
I'm about to.
holding up.
Everything is still going on YouTube just fine.
Yep.
Okay.
We look fine over here.
Alrighty, all right. We shall see. YouTube's
I
not
think
showing any movement, and my tablet's
Yeah, I
just
think we're good.
frozen on the intro. It's still showing the music.
No, we look good.
Uh-oh. Pump this show.
See what's going on here. Okay,
Your
there we
tablet's like,
are.
I'd rather be at AEW.
You saw this coming.
Yes. That is one, ladies and gentlemen.
Funky Counter, he's gonna count his own stuff now.
Anyways, welcome to your SmackDown review show. There we go. We'll see how this goes tonight. Alrighty. SmackDown! How are you gentlemen feeling tonight about SmackDown? You first, Mr. Clarke, before Mr. C says anything else to get himself fired.
That was a good show, I thought. Well, we're gonna talk about it.
Mr. Z, your thoughts?
I don't know, because I might get fired again. No. Not bad. Not bad. I just, I was chasing around kids too, so not bad at all.
All right. Well, let's get deep and dive into this. This is SmackDown for January 12th. We are 1 day, 2 weeks out from Royal Rumble. A lot of chatter, a lot of people speaking. We didn't get any new information, so we will have to wait and see how it all plays out going forward. But this is SmackDown. Kevin Patrick and Corey Graves welcome us to Lincoln, Nebraska. I guess it's cold there. I guess there's snow on the ground. Them Huskers are having some winter weather. Grayson Waller out first. He comes to the ring with Austin Theory, and they look like they are. Or it's going to be Grayson Waller versus Cameron Grimes tonight. But as Cameron Grimes coming out, he gets choked by Solo Sikoa with a Samoan spike. And what? Why do you write these things? This person wrote with a Samoan spike while a tribal clown, Janetti Uno, jumps around. Jimmy Uso, and physically sure he comes down and gets beat down as well. Nick Aldis shows up as well while Grayson Waller and Austin Theory run away. Paul Heyman has the mic and he claims they're not the bad guys here. Instead, he blames Aldis for this. Aldis made the fatal four-way at the Royal Rumble, and that a match where it's practically guaranteed the title would change hands. I'm not sure a statistical analysis would bear that out. Aldis gets on the apron while Heyman repeats himself. Then Aldis takes Heyman's mic. Heyman stops Solo from jumping into things. Aldis says it's not a conversation between equals, that the Rumble match is a done deal. This is the second time in 2 weeks the Bloodline have ruined a match and won't ruin the main event, since the Bloodline will be in the main event, taking on AJ Styles, LA Knight, and Randy Orton. So right now it'll be Jimmy and Solo and Roman Reigns taking them on, but Heyman gets on the mic and says that Aldis knows that Roman isn't there, and Aldis is like, that's right. Roman once again started something he doesn't want to finish, so Jimmy and Solo have until the end of the show to find a partner to go 3-on-2 in a handicap match. I was a little worried that Aldis would be leaning heel after this introduction, but no. We get the basic Nick Aldis that I think we kind of like. He's not really heel. He's not really babyface. He's just an authority figure where he should be doing what needs to be done. So I don't think we can be mad about that one. Gentlemen, your thoughts, Mr. Clarke.
Poor Cameron Grimes, who hasn't had proper TV time in a while. Jeez. Setting up the what you thought might be a 3-on-3, but you knew it wasn't going to be because we all knew Roman wasn't going to be here tonight.
Well, I didn't know who they might have popped in there or who might try to align. Of course, you could always pull R-Truth. R-Truth is always looking for somebody to join. He wants to be Emily. We are family. You know what I mean? Mr. Z, your thoughts on this opening?
I'm with Paulus on this one. Cameron Grimes was somebody at one point, had something really good going for him, and then now it's just he's a dummy they like to beat up on.
Yeah,
but, I do. Come on, there you go. And then, but I do like. I'm enjoying this Nick Aldis. I love this. He brings some kind of seriousness to it, unlike the other GM who's a pushover. This one's
Adam Pearce.
Adam Pearce. Yeah,
a man who wasn't he a Ring of Honor World Champion at one time?
Yeah,
it was definitely NWA World Heavyweight
There
Champion.
we go. Maybe NWA.
Yeah. But, all this is serious. Got the suit. It's got the, it means business. And that's kind of what you need right now.
So would you agree with Paul Heyman that he's the 007 James Bond wannabe of professional wrestling? Anyways, we get into the show with our actual opening match. Santos Escobar out here with Angel and Humberto. They have lost their last names. Angel Garza sounds a little better than Angel. Humberto is fine without the Carrillo for me. Like, I can do Humberto, but Angel, I kind of need the Garza there to feel something. But we got Angel and Humberto teaming up with Santos Escobar. This is his new family. Post breakup, Jimmy complains to Solo that they won't find a tag partner. Heyman says there's a pack of people who have been wanting to get into the bloodline. He'll fix this. Jimmy is still worried and asks Solo, is he worried? Solo says, I don't worry. We go back to the ring, and here's the members of the LWO. The LWO, yes. Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. They come out with Selena Vega. And we get a great match between these two teams, back and forth, Lucha Libre style tag team wrestling. Santos out there on commentary, but they did the right thing here. Angel and Humberto win at 9 minutes 53 seconds. It was a good match for all four of these guys who really haven't had a chance to shine. All four of these guys getting a moment to shine. Was it perfect? No. Was it beautiful? Not to the extent that you wanted it to be, but it was good Lucha Libre wrestling in the style. They did good here, but I mean, again, it's kind of hard to hold any of these guys to the standards because they really haven't been used on a regular basis. But I hope this is what we're starting to see as we create the feud between Santos Escobar and his group and the LWO. And we did get a video package for Santos and his two new boys prior to this, which was really nice. Mr. Z, your thoughts on Humberto Angel versus Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde?
Well, definitely. If you're a fan of Lucha, this was your match right here for the night. Obviously, Humberto and Angel, great wrestlers in their own right. I'm more of a fan of Angel Garza by himself, but I mean, if they're gonna tag him, by all means. And then, obviously for the LWO, I mean, we already know they're a great tag team themselves. So I mean, like I said, no complaints here. I enjoyed it.
Post-match, Carlito shows up because Santos was talking crap about Carlito pretty much the whole time. He comes from behind, tags Santos on the outside. So Carlito was here tonight. After that, we go in the back, and Nick Aldis is talking to Carmelo Hayes. Their conversation was interrupted by Waller in Theory. Hayes and Waller bicker, and Hayes offers a match. Waller says, I already wrestled a match. I've cooled down. You know, I can't get re-warmed up. But Austin, Theory will have a match. So Waller declines, offers Theory the match, and Nick Aldis books the match. Carmelo Hayes versus Austin Theory. The LWO are talking to Joaquin when Paul Heyman walks up and offers Carlito the spot in the main event. Carlito, he doesn't want to get too close to the apple and the Adam and the Eve and being the snake in the grass. I guess it's the whole throw here, but Carlito denies him, and he's for a fight, but only with Escobar. That's the only person Carlito wants to fight with. We get a recap of last week's of Kevin Owens banging Santos Escobar for the Logan Paul. We get a video from Logan Paul. He's not in Nebraska because why would he be here? He's been talking to his lawyers, and he's telling Kevin Owens if he has that cast on, then there's not going to be a match, but he's going to sue him in a court of law. He left a nice shiner, supposedly, on Logan Paul's face. And then we come back into the ring. We see Bianca Belair. She's going to take on Bayley after the break. And as we come back, we come to a video package between Tyler Bates and Butch. Talking over coffee, Bates wants to really reform British Strong Style. He wants them to work on meditation together. Butch had a laugh, beating up pretty deadly, but it was a one-off. Bayley again pinches reforming their partnership. They tease maybe switching Butch's name, but we get a cut. Yes, he talks about what name. Tyler Bates keeps hinting at this name. What's the name? So we'll see where this leads. This is the most investment I think they put in the Butch and Tyler Bates in a while. So we'll see what they do here. It's looking really good. After that, Bayley is coming out with Damage Control. Does anybody want to add any comments before I get into this match? Go ahead.
Real quick, Tyler Bates, he's been around since he was 19, so he's got some years on him. And I like Tyler Bates. If you're a fan of wrestling, of just British wrestling, this is your guy to watch. And him and Pete Dunne, or Butch, sorry, my bad. They've had some pretty stellar matches.
Yeah. Okay.
That's number 3.
NXT UK to NXT. Tyler Bates, like you said, has been in the WWE system for a while. Has done great work. Now he's getting his shot in the main roster.
Yep.
About time.
So from there, we have Bayley coming out with Damage Control. She is in the ring. And now we are going to get a repeat of history. Bianca Belair versus Bayley, Kairi Sane, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, and Asuka all out in the ring with Bayley. And they give you a basic Bayley, Bianca Belair with the outside interference. This match went 16 minutes, 27 seconds. It was a good, solid match. It's just the same old. I love Bayley. I don't really care for Bianca. I think she's ran her babyface course. But of course, Bianca Belair and Montez Ford start their show WWE in Love on February 2nd on something. I forget what it is. I think it's Hulu. I don't remember. It's not on.
Speaking of Bayley, did anyone see the video of her giving George Kittle the 49er belt last week?
I saw it on Twitter at some point.
Yeah. The ambassador right there. So that's cool.
Okay. Anyways. But we got your average match between these two. I don't know how much more we can see these two. I'm ready for Bianca to go heel, but obviously she's going to be in this Love and Wrestling Love and WWE. So they're going to keep her babyface. I guess that's why they really haven't completely turned Montez and Bobby Lashley in that group heel. And now it looks like they're going to be the baby faces going forward. So we really haven't got a heel turn for either of these groups, the Street Profits or Bianca Belair. And it's just kind of like, I get it now because they're going to do this TV show. But, I mean, it's like you put Bianca Belair out there. I'm just kind of like, nah. She rose to the top, and now it's done. And it's like, I need something fresh here. Not that she's not talented. Not that she can't do what she does in the ring as a talent. It's just the character's kind of, nah. Yeah. Mr. Clarke, I know you're big on Bayley. You sort of like Bianca. What are your thoughts on this match?
Bianca needs to go heel. I mean, like, I know why she isn't, but her face run has never made sense to me with all the braggadocious, the way her character.
The fastest, the greatest, the best, the wonderful, it's the nicest, the craziest. I don't know what is.
I would believe she was a heel at one point when she started.
No.
But that was because of how she came off.
NXT, maybe?
Maybe.
NXT, yeah, that's about it.
Her main roster run, I can't even remember.
No. Yeah.
It's been so bloody long. I love Bayley, but just like, big time, I just really couldn't get into it because we know what the story is as far as Damage Control, and we've seen this match enough times where it's like, okay, I need something fresh.
Yes. And of course, it was kind of Damage Control fault that Bayley lost here. Post-match, Bayley rolls out of the ring and tries talking with them. From there, we get a Kevin Owens response in the video. He says if Logan wants to call the cast unfair advantage, that's fine. We both know his hand is broken. It isn't a liability for Logan. It's one for Owens. Well, really, they need to talk about this face-to-face. And so next week, we're going to need Kevin Owens show with Logan Paul. Back from the break, Damage Control talking to back. Bayley wants to know what's up, and Dakota says that they didn't want to cause a DQ. Bayley should have been good to beat Belair, and she'll have to win the Rumble on her own. And so we will have to see how that goes going forward. Will Bayley win the Rumble? Good chance she'll win the Women's Royal Rumble. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Hopefully something doesn't happen in the Royal Rumble that a lot of murmurings talking about. It may kill the whole Royal Rumble altogether if it does.
Uh-oh.
I did a whole report on it earlier.
That's why I said uh-oh.
Yep. From there, we got
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything because, folks, go and watch the video.
Exactly. That's where we are on that one. So next, we get actually a pretty decent segment here, except I just feel there was something missing here. Anyways, to the ring, out comes Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. All three of them are clear in a fight mode. Bobby was on the mic. Bobby talks about the authors of pain and carrying cross that jumped them from behind. Only they don't do that. They come out and fight, ready to fight. They come out with their fists, yada, yada, yada. And they talk about the beatdown last week. Eventually, the lights go out, then come back on, and they go back out weirdly. And Paul Ellering walks out before Karrion Kross appears on the Titantron. And we get this really interesting video packages. Carrying Cross kind of picking up the mantle, a little bit of House of Black feel there, a little bit of Bray Wyatt feel in these promo package. And we got a very beautiful package introducing everybody and giving us a new group that they're calling the Final Testament. I thought this was a solid video package. I think it makes Karrion Kross and Authors of Pain look serious, intense. Scarlett playing a role, Paul arrowing in it. It introduced everybody. It gave us a name and told us that they're ready to fight Lashley and the Street Profits. I thought this was really good. What they do behind it's the only thing that I'm just kind of hesitant about, because I'm just like, okay, hopefully this is finally the time to shine light on these guys, but we'll have to wait and see. Mr. Z, your thoughts on this video package?
First off, great package. I mean, this is if I wanted House of Black done, this is how it should have been done. But that's my own opinion. Folks, obviously, y'all have your own. But I'm very happy that we do have Authors of Pain. It's great that they have Ellering back with them, because I felt like it meant more with Ellering. And then, I mean, it was great for me. I can't wait to see what they'll do next.
Mr. Clarke.
My only nitpick, I thought everything was great about this segment, except for the name. The Final Testament? I mean, what are we, Judgment Day 2.0? I mean...
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a decent name for him. It was a decent name for him. I don't, yeah, it feels the vibes of Judgment Day, but I mean, they're going to be a similar faction, except probably not all the bickering.
They're going to be the more serious faction.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
So far, with the way Karrion Kross is carrying himself in promos, and then just the fact you have Paul Ellering there, you have to be more serious.
Oh yeah.
See, my only nitpick would have been Bobby Lashley just doesn't get over on the mic. Like, he just doesn't, like, he doesn't have
he
whatever.
Comes off arrogant.
No, it's not even that he comes off arrogant. He just doesn't. I don't know. He was better in TNA when he got on the mic. It's just WWE doesn't seem to have the impact of Bobby Lashley. And in this pack, he says it. It's kind of like him and Adam Cole. They can, but they just, there's no impact behind it. Like, MVP, I think, would sell this better. Of course, it's hard to make MVP a babyface in this group, but I guess you could. But I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits, need a mouthpiece, or he needs to let Montez Ford do all the talking, because Bobby Lashley's just, not the greatest on the mic, in my opinion.
I mean, I thought he did well enough tonight.
He did okay, but it just, I don't know. They need somebody, and not Bianca Belair. That's for sure. Where's BFAB? Can't she be the talking piece for this group? Well, she was supposedly in it. Remember, she went and joined the group briefly, and then that fell aside. Like,
she was in talks. She was trying to join, but there was no point where she officially joined.
Yeah. Anyways, in the weirdest segment of the night, we have Paul Heyman with Pretty Deadly volunteering to help out Paul Heyman, and then he lets them know, don't you know I need just one? And then they stammer away and take off. We get a highlight of Carmelo Hayes, and after that, here comes Hayes, him, and after the break, we get Austin Theory. Post-match, we get another review of everything going on with Bobby and the Profits are walking the back. Heyman approaches, this is when Heyman approaches Bobby Lashley, tries to get Bobby Lashley to help out, and Bobby doesn't want to have anything to do with the bloodline unless he's standing across the ring from Roman Reigns. Back in the ring, and Austin Theory is here, and there's even more booze. Then we get Carmelo Hayes against Austin Theory with Grayson Waller. A decent match between these two guys until they try to, Austin Theory tries to go up for a Spanish fly, or jumps up for an avalanche flatliner. I don't know what he was going for. This is saying, I thought he was going for a Spanish fly. I don't know. In this, you can see, if you pause it, Austin Theory lands straight on his head, and it looks like Carmelo has head hit off of his chin. Double impact, probably knocked them both a little loopy. It is stated later that they both suffered face contusions, but should be okay. The match was stopped by ref stoppage at 9 minutes 20 seconds. On air, this did look like an intentional botch almost, but after reviewing it and watching it and slowing it down and paying attention, you can see that this was not an intentional botch. But before it was a decent match until this moment, and everything went wrong.
Yeah.
Mr. Z.
I was hoping for a finish, but I mean, it was great up until that point. Obviously, lots of theories, great. Carmelo Hayes is starting to showcase himself.
Well, he
It
just
sucks.
barely came up to the main roster, so I don't know.
But
This
I
is
mean,
only what his
if you
second
followed him in
match.
NXT, if you followed him in NXT, you know what the potential is.
Mr. Clarke.
Well, yeah.
Like his earlier in the show, he had a video package talking about how he was former NXT champion, former two-time North American, heavyweight champion. It's like he's got the goods as far as having that shine, but like you said, he just kind of got onto the main roster. He's just kind of mixing up a little bit. So seeing him on the main roster is so different compared to just watching him on NXT. So on NXT, he's practically the Shawn Michaels of NXT.
Yeah.
As far as athletic ability, things of that nature. But seeing how short he is compared to some of the main roster guys, it's like, how are they going to play this off? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a hindrance. Look at Rey Mysterio as an example. But it is different compared to, his NXT run.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, it sucks that, we didn't get a finish tonight. It sucks that there was a mistake that happened. I hope no one gets, majorly blamed for it. So I wouldn't want to see either one of these guys' careers, get stunted for a moment because of this mistake.
See, even the cat wasn't happy there wasn't a finish.
Yeah.
So it's about seeing what happens next, I guess.
It looks like we got our fourth vote for tonight. Somebody fell asleep during this show. I guess Tony Khan fell asleep during SmackDown because he's watching. Anyways, after this, we got Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. They announced that they're going to get a tag team title shot next week. Plus, Logan Paul's going to be on the KO show. And naturally, we'll have the contract signing with Nick Aldis and all four members of the four-way match for the Royal Rumble for the Undisputed Championship. So that should be an interesting moment. In the back, the Bloodline is disappointed. Heyman has to sell that he couldn't find a partner for them because no one was worthy to be by their side. Heyman's not worried. Jimmy's worried because he's a clown, but so isn't worried. Back to the ring. Here comes Randy Orton, but before Orton can get out, Solo and Jimmy jump him in on the ramp and beat him down. He gets a Samoa spike for his efforts, and Randy's taken away. Post-break, Solo and Jimmy are in the ring. AJ Styles and LA Knight come out, and this match starts as a 2-on-2 matchup. AJ Styles and LA Knight bickering before they start the match. Jimmy jumping the gun, getting it on Knight. The referee eventually gets AJ out. And Knight starts. AJ continues to have issues with LA Knight throughout this match, back and forth. The crowd chanted at one point, Jay is better. Yay. Eventually, Styles is trying to tag, but he's Knight's there, and they're bickering, and then Randy finally makes his return in his triumphant comeback. And Randy wants the RKO, but Jimmy would eventually avoid roll up with a super kick, but Randy cares not for selling and gets an RKO for the 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight. 11 minutes, 40 seconds after the match, they drop both Solo with all their finishing maneuvers, and then they give Jimmy one last round, and then they shield power bomb. Now after all this match, LA Knight and AJ Styles are able to work together to help Randy shield power bomb Solo Sikoa through the announce table, and that's how we go off the air. Good match for it was, good storytelling, taking Randy Orton back, bringing him back, letting Orton shine. It definitely looks like they're trying to protect Orton for some reason. I don't know if he's still not 100%, and they don't want us to know that, but it seems like they keep holding him off till the very end to actually get wrestling. So I don't know if it's a slow, let him get comfortable in the ring without exposing maybe some weaknesses in there. And maybe that's why they went with this four-way dance, because originally it was supposed to be Orton, Reigns one-on-one at Rumble, but now they made it a four-way dance. Of course, this could also do with the return of The Rock. This may have made it a four-way dance because The Rock may be facing Roman, and they got to get the title off of Roman before they go to Mania. Who knows? Mr. Clarke, your thoughts on the finals of the show?
They had me a couple of times. I was thinking, is AJ going to turn on us? I'm telling one of his partners. Is Randy going to turn? And then when nobody turned on no one besides a little bit of bickering between LA Knight and AJ Styles, I was like, okay. But they had me for a second, just anticipating.
Well, I don't know what they're really doing with this new AJ Styles. He feels the end of his TNA career, the lone wolf, the dirty,
Right.
just I'm here to beat butt. He kind of has that Bullet Club feel to him and vibe. So I don't know what they're really giving us with this version of AJ Styles. Mr. Z, your thought?
They're
Oh, go
breaking
ahead.
him away from the rest of the OC because we haven't seen Gallows and Anderson even though Styles is back.
Yeah. Mr. Z, your thoughts?
The same thing as Paul just said. I was waiting for a turn, mainly between LA Knight and AJ, and then again, Orton, because he just gets sick and tired of everybody, he just starts RKOing out of nowhere.
Yeah,
but that's him.
Right.
But yeah, just for what it is and where it's going, it works. I'm okay with it.
It was a good solid SmackDown. It continued what we needed for right now. We're kind of in a stagnant period till we get to Rumble. I'm sure after Rumble we'll get off to a shotgun start with everything building. We didn't get anything building anymore with The Rock, thankfully. So we'll see what's happening there. I know the rumors are circulating on every end. Roman Reigns tweeted out earlier today that Elimination Chamber is live in Perth, Australia. But everything's saying that he is not even going to be at the Elimination Chamber. So I don't know who's swerving who in this. I don't know if he's not, and that may change. It's getting interesting. There's talks that The Rock coming in as a late entrant into the Royal Rumble, like number 30 and winning the Rumble. I don't know if that'll go over very well. I don't know if anybody wants to see The Rock show up and win the Rumble at number 30 to face Roman. I think there's a major split down the crowd.
If that happens, we're gonna have another damn near riot when Roman won.
I don't know. I don't know if you will. It depends on how people feel. I mean, people are all for this Rock return. I'm just like, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
And while Rock may be in good shape, he's not ring ready. You can tell.
Well, and this all may have been a one-off thing where he just set the head of the table to tease everybody because The Rock knows how to keep everybody spinning and gets everybody gossiping about him. We don't even know if anything's official with The Rock. That's the other thing that everybody's jumping off this deep end.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, I don't think we need it. I think, and I would assume The Rock would understand. There's other things that are probably more precedent, and I think the best solution to me would be Roman, Cody, Rock, Night 2, Hell in a Cell, Rock the special guest referee. You have Rock count that 1, 2, 3, hand Cody the belt. Roman can wake up, sit in the corner, watch this happen, and you can show his facial expression of like, it's collapsed, he's lost the title, his own family's kind of betrayed him, and then Roman goes away. You go to the night after WrestleMania, you have Cody out there celebrating, you have The Rock show up to give it one more pop, you have their moment. You have Rock giving the rub to Cody, like, congratulations, you won the title. They pay their homage to Dusty Rhodes in this moment. And then you could have Solo and Jimmy, the bloodline that's there, come down, and maybe a new member of the bloodline. Always just hoping that may happen, may not. But you could have them come down and attack Cody, take Cody out, and then you have Jimmy and Solo Sikoa beat down The Rock, give him the Samoa spike, and treat The Rock like they did John Cena. Just give him a bunch of Samoa spikes. This way you write The Rock off the air, right? Solo and Jimmy can go on continuing. The Solo can come out and The Rock could even make fun of him like, oh, here's the new tribal chief. You're the new head of the table. Oh, I guess you're here to claim your place. And you have Solo just beat the shit out of The Rock. Rock goes away. Now, if The Rock wants, he could come back at SummerSlam and you could do Solo versus Rock at SummerSlam. And you could have that redemption moment, Rock trying to show he's still the man. This gives Rock plenty of time to get back in the ring shape and ready to go. And then in the middle of that, so you don't really, bury Solo. The Rock and Solo could have this great match, and just as you think The Rock's coming, here comes Roman Reigns out of the audience in a hood, in black clothes. He spears The Rock, helps Solo win, and then, you can have Roman come out the next week going, that's family. Family don't turn on family. Family's always supposed to have family. The Rock's not family, and you could have Heyman and all these people talk about the Inoue family, and you don't turn your back on it. And you could build a bloodline feud. You build up the bloodline to go into War Games. And then at the end of War Games at Survivor Series, you could have The Rock show up. Or you could save The Rock until next year's Rumble, costing Roman. Maybe Roman's in the Rumble trying to get his title back. The Rock shows up and eliminates Roman to eliminate him. And then you set Rock and Roman up for next year's WrestleMania. And I go, there's your story. You can carry it through. It explains how you can take The Rock out of action, why he won't be there. Roman can go on a hiatus. And you don't ruin Cody and Roman, and you don't ruin Seth and CM Punk. And I hate to say this, but if they go with Roman and Rock at WrestleMania, does not make CM Punk look right again, going, well, part-timers coming and get to be in the main event. And this time
right now he's not bitter. So don't turn him into a bitter man.
It would be a part-timer and a super part-timer main eventing night 2. I'm just saying, I think Triple H is a little more savvy. I don't think he's, a Vince. But I think both between Triple H and The Rock, they know stirring the pot is going to create cash, because that's what Eric Bischoff taught us all. Controversy creates cash. So if you stir up the pot and get people thinking and talking about it, everybody's making a profit off of it. Because, if it's out there, could it happen? Could it not happen? I think a lot of it is we're just going to be. I think a lot of it is we're being conned. I think we're being teased. Will this match happen?
What if and
possibility, but I think they're getting people talking. So I think it's a lot more talk than anything serious right now.
That's kind of like that. For the longest time, it was that what if Taker and Sting. Mm-hmm. It's a good what if, and it still goes on till this day. People still want to know who could have been better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I don't know if it ever was about who could have been better. I just think just that match and that time with both their characters. When Sting came to WWE, it would have never been right, because it wasn't in their prime. It wasn't in the moments where those characters were really there. And of course, they ruined Sting with him and Triple H and NWO and DX. And yes, it was a great nostalgia moment in Levi Stadium over there, home of the 49ers. But it was, it still is just never that great. And now he's going to team up with Darby Allin to take on the Young Bucks at Revolution, because Sting wants to take on the Young Bucks. Because basically, he knows they're going to carry him to a good match.
So you admit it's going to be a good match.
No, it won't, because it'll be a high spot monkey street fight. They'll do a bunch of crazy stuff.
Look how you're backpedaling.
Pray what?
Look how you're backpedaling.
On what?
Just a moment ago, because he feels like they can do that. Yeah, because he feels secure that he'll get a good match out of them.
Yes, that's what Sting's saying.
That way.
Sting chose the Young Bucks because he will get a good match. He knows that they'll carry him to a good match. That's Sting's statement, not my statement. That is not how I feel about
it. I have no comment.
It's going to be a flippy
I'll
floppy.
Save that for Sunday.
It'll be a street fight. It'll be a flippy floppy match. They'll do a whole bunch of stunts. I'll pray Sting stays alive. No, I'm not excited for it. I'm not even excited for Revolution at this point because there's really nothing on it other than Sting's retirement match.
What more do you need?
I need a bigger card with more importance.
What more do you need?
Oh, I mean, why do I need a pay-per-view event? Why do I need to pay $50 to watch a Sting retirement match? I mean,
in 10 minutes, it will be in black and white. Because of Timeless Tony Storm. That's why.
You mean on the card? Okay.
Yeah.
You're talking about the match. I'm like, why would it be in black? Gotcha.
Like, you can't fire me for that when you know I'm right.
Don't give Tony Khan ideas.
Well, he's watching. He's got to be watching. Hi, Tony.
Instead of hi, Mom, it's hi, Tony. Good Lord.
Well, folks, we're at 4, so that's not bad. That's a better day. I've had worse ones.
Don't be braggadocious. This is the only fool I know that can come on air and be braggadocious about getting fired 4 times in one night. He's over here. Look at me. I'm a horseman now. I'm a member of the 4. It's been 4. What are you going to do if you get fired 10 times? You're going to be like,
yeah. No, that's not bring my daughter in to do that one because that's her dude. I did that once and she got murked the pillow, so I won't do that to her.
anyways.
So if it becomes 5, are you going to do the whole Booker T 5-time bit?
5 time. 5 time. 5 time. Are we going to get a spin and Rooney out of it too? Going to spin a Rooney on your desk?
I'm too old for that.
Are we going to get a Z Rooney?
We need a spin and Rooney from Miguel Z.
I'm not putting my foot in my mouth again.
Here we go. Let's get it there. Come on.
Folks, we're here for laughs.
Ding dong, ding dong, hits don't go I.
Dead horse.
Anyways. That's where we are. This has been your SmackDown review. SmackDown was a good show. It was a solid show. It got us to where we needed to. Nothing majorly spectacular. Probably some things are good that it wasn't majorly spectacular. But we'll have to see. We'll see what happens next week. We're getting close to the Royal Rumble. Can't wait till the Royal Rumble pays off. And move on from that. And AEW is AEW. So now, as far as tomorrow, Mr. Z is going to be over in San Jose, California, enjoying the Battle in the Valley. He'll be over there ready to do all that. He will break that down probably on Tuesday with the New Japan Pro Wrestling Rebound. He'll break that all down. We know that.
Real quick, folks. Real quick. If you see me there tomorrow, anybody watch, if you see me there tomorrow, I'll be wearing my dot band. Scan it, tap it. It has all of our links so you can join the Value Wrestling family. There you go.
You say tap it, I just be like, it's not doing anything.
Yep. I know.
But Mr. Miguel Z will be breaking that all down. We know Eddie Kingston's over there defending the AEW Continental Crown Championship. The 3 titles in 1. Yay. And then Mr. Clarke is going to do a marathon of wrestling tomorrow night as he watches TNA Hard to Kill, Battle in the Valley, and at least one segment of Collision.
Just one.
Just one. At least just one. If he watches the whole show, cool. If he doesn't, whatever. But we know he's going to watch that one segment. And maybe
the whole show. It's a better man than I am.
And he may watch that whole segment in with the volume down. It may just be, let them have their entrance and cut out the commentary team so he can enjoy the wrestling without the commentating team running it down.
Maybe watch the segment and go sleep afterwards. Who knows?
There you go.
That's how we do it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been great. It's been a pleasure. Of course, we will possibly be here tomorrow night, depending on how we feel and what TNA delivers. We will be watching TNA Hard to Kill. We'll be bringing you your first TNA pay-per-view on the Value Wrestling. It might be possible. We will have to see how that goes. And Mr. Z will cover New Japan Pro Wrestling Rebound. He will bring you everything that breaks down in the Battle Valley on Tuesday. He's going to bring that show. He's going to bring that energy. He's going to be like Tony Khan on a pay-per-view scrum. Yeah.
Should I wear the hat and glasses?
Hey, if you can, go for it. More power.
Energy.
Then, of course, Sunday, folks. You know where to catch us.
Yeah, so we'll be back Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on the Value Wrestling with your Value of Wrestling weekly roundup. And we'll break down everything that went down in the world of professional wrestling this week. It was kind of slow. A lot of chitter chatter mostly. A few things. We won't talk about Sarah's step stool.
I have never even heard that name until earlier today off air.
I never heard of it. He said it was a slow news day, so I gave him something because I read the article on Ringside or one of those news things, and I was just like,
it was Ringsider.
Yeah, Ringside. And then I'm like, my first thing was this girl's name in the ring is Sarah Stepstool. Like, I'm somewhat intrigued why your last name is Stepstool. Like, I kind of want to know how you got that as your in-ring last name. Are you a step stool?
There's got to be some.
About her stool.
Unfortunately, you might be a little too old for her anyways, as the article was written. So, or they, excuse me, they're non-binary. We got to remember, name is Sarah Stepstool.
Politically correctness, folks.
And
we gotta
they may not see you as their type, because they may not be into older men. They, them, may like to rock the cradle.
That's a whole nother issue that does not need to go on tonight. Does not need to be talked
Oh,
about.
I know. You know me. I'm just doing my thing with the they and the them and the them and the they, because they are non-binary. They do not form into a conformation of what they really are, because they don't see what they are.
Oh, jeez.
Or what they lean into.
Yes. Because you've got to be they and them and this and that and he and D, whatever. I am Bob. Refer to me as Bob. I am Bob. Yes.
Ay. Over loopy, folks.
I think it's time for us to get going so we can get ready for tomorrow.
Yep, it's going to be a day tomorrow, and then we're going to bounce back on Sunday, just to follow it up with a Monday. And then we got a brief week of kind of relaxation, and then it's going to be on like donkey God, because the Rumble's going to hit, and then it's going to be busy. I think after the Rumble, we're going to be in busy season because a lot of stuff's going to happen. It's going to happen fast. We're going to build in the Elimination Chamber. We're going to be on the road to WrestleMania, and on that road to WrestleMania, it's going to be a wild ride depending on how everything falls. Yeah. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. We thank you for taking your time out of your day to be a part of the Value Wrestling. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the Value Wrestling family. Become part of the fastest, what it should be the fastest growing podcast in the IWC, in the wrestling podcast game. We are here to be contenders, not pretenders. So please hit that subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing. And just subscribe. And then ring that bell for notifications so you can be notified when any new content comes your way. If you like this video, hit a like. And if you have anything you'd like to say, if you agree or disagree with us, go ahead and drop your comments down below. Give us your feedback, what you think of all of this. On the big time, that's Paulus, Clarke. That's Mr. Miguel Z. We're the three-man power trip of the Value Wrestling. And we thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. We're going to sign off as soon as I find the right place to do it, to send you away, to say goodbye, get back to the right banner. Until the next one.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.